This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Developers of the Nassau Cruise Port have begun the first phase of construction at the state-of-the-art facility with the driving of foundational pylons for the project. Each pylon will be hammered some 80 feet beneath the water at Prince George Wharf using a vibration hammer as opposed to a traditional and much louder hammer. Lionel Turnquest, the Director of Projects and Facilities at Nassau Cruise Port, says at this early stage the project is still less than 10% complete following demolition work. He says over the coming months the project will begin to move much faster as they begin new construction.
But we are moving expeditiously. We have procured all of our piles for all the marine works and all the tie backs, etc. for them. We've already put everything in place, and orders have been placed for the remainder of the pier furniture, including bollards, fenders, the like, which will be arriving early next year. So everything is in motion as we're pressing. We continue to press, and what you will see over the coming months, we will be increasing the pace of the works will increase as we introduce more equipment and more teams. We hope to get up to 3 piling teams at the height of the works so that we can try to get through this piling operation as quickly as possible.
According to Mr. Turnquest, the historic Prince George Wharf will not only be made to look new, but it will also be more durable as a new seawall will be built in front of the old seawall, making it doubly strong. Mr. Turnquest also gave a timeline for work to begin on the extension to the most northern pier.
Within about 2, maybe 3 weeks, we will start the pier extension on the outer pier. Pilot operations are coming right behind each other. It's just that at the beginning, obviously, there's a learning curve of getting comfortable with the different persons in the team. It's like any playing basketball or any other game. You start off, you get the team together, everybody gets flowing, and then things start to pick up the pace, and it all gels. So in any project, we ramp up slowly, just to make sure all the teams are on board, all the safety culture has been established, and everybody is aware of what they need to do and where they need to be at any given point in time.
Mr. Turnquest also says the material dredged from the area where the pier will be extended will be used for building the cruise port terminal and other buildings on site. Opposition spokesperson on education, Senator JoBeth Colby Davis, expressing her discontent on Education Minister Jeffrey Lloyd's statement that 25% of public school students are in danger of repeating. Minister Lloyd recently revealed to a local daily that 25% of public school students have not logged on for virtual school here in the capital and on Abaco, noting that 75% of some 30,000 students are participating in the ministry's virtual learning platform. Well, Senator Colby Davis contends that the minister's remark is the Free National Movement's way of trying to show who is boss, with threats of punishment. In a statement, Mrs. Colby Davis says that this government consistently blames people when they are not performing in a manner that meets the broadest needs of citizens. She further contends that since the government has been engaged with virtual learning technologies since last year, by this time there should be some knowledge gained about how to maximize technology to benefit students instead of using it to find opportunities to punish students for things they don't have the capacity to fix. The Progressive Liberal Party senator appealing to the minister to begin the work or plan to solve the problem instead of describing it. In other news, 11 Haitian migrants and a Bahamian male apprehended in Grand Bahama on Sunday, about 18 miles east of the Lucayan Harbor. Officials at the Bahamas Department of Immigration say at approximately 2:30 p.m., officers of the Immigration Department, assisted by officers of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, Grand Bahama District, acting on information, arrested and lawfully detained the group of Haitians consisting of 9 male adults and 2 female adults who were found on board a vessel. Adhering to all health and safety protocols in the execution of their duty, immigration officials brought the group to shore for further processing and to be screened by the Ministry of Health personnel. Shifting gears in crime news, police here in the capital investigating 2 shooting incidents which occurred yesterday, leaving 3 males detained in hospital. Now, preliminary reports are that sometime around 6:30 last evening, 2 male occupants of a silver Nissan Note were driving along Margaret Avenue, Millers Heights, when the driver of a black Nissan Note overtook their vehicle. An occupant of that vehicle opened fire on the silver Nissan Note, injuring the driver of the vehicle and his passenger. The driver was struck in the lower back and the passenger in the buttocks. The victims were transported to hospital and their condition is not known at this time. Well, in a separate incident, we're told that just half an hour later, a male was standing outside of his residence on Lady Slipper Avenue when the occupant of a gold Chevy S10 truck approached his house. An occupant of that vehicle discharged a firearm in his direction, injuring him in the upper torso. The victim was transported to hospital and is listed in stable condition. Investigations into both matters continue. And it's World AIDS Day. Every year on December 1st, the world commemorates World AIDS Day, and the Bahamas is joining the global community in observing the 32nd World AIDS Day under the theme Global Solidarity, Shared Responsibility. People around the world unite today to show support for people living with and affected by HIV and to remember those who lost their lives to the virus. The Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Health in a statement say, as the Bahamas is a member state of the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and the Human Rights Council, the country is committed to doing everything possible to ensure that those who are impacted by the disease receive the necessary treatment and are not stigmatized in society. The COVID-19 pandemic has demonstrated that it's imperative to take steps to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone in society, and in this context, the message of the United Nations Secretary General is noteworthy that health is a human right. Health must be a top investment priority to achieve universal health coverage. On this World AIDS Day, let us recognize that to overcome COVID-19 and end AIDS, the world must stand in solidarity and shared responsibility. The Bahamas reaffirms its commitment to the fight against AIDS. You're watching JCN News. Stay with us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.